Friesland, a province in the northern part of the Netherlands with its rich history, unique culture, and a language all its own. But could this region, with its 646,000 people, become an independent nation? Today, we'll explore the feasibility, the desires of its people, and what it would take for Friesland to stand alone on the world stage. Chapter 1. The Case for Independence. Friesland is not just another Dutch province. With a GDP of around 14 billion euros, it has an economy that could rival some of the world's smallest countries. But independence isn't just about economics. It's about identity. Over half of Friesland's population speaks Frisian as their first language, a language that predates Dutch itself. For many, being Frisian is a key part of their identity, and the idea of independence has been growing in popularity. Recent surveys suggest that around 30% of Frisian people support the idea of greater autonomy or full independence. Chapter 2. How Friesland compares to other microstates. When we think of small nations, we often think of Monaco, Luxembourg, or Liechtenstein, countries that are small in size but pack a punch on the global stage. For example, Monaco, with just 39,000 people, has a GDP of nearly 7 billion euros. Luxembourg, with a population of 634,000, boasts a GDP of over 71 billion euros. But what about Friesland? At 3,341 square kilometers, Friesland is significantly larger than these microstates and has a population comparable to Luxembourg. However, its GDP per capita is lower, reflecting its largely agricultural economy. But could Friesland leverage its cultural tourism, strong agricultural base, and unique identity to thrive as an independent state? Chapter 3. The Reasons for Independence. The push for independence is driven by more than just economic considerations. Frisian culture is distinct, and many feel that it's overshadowed within the larger Dutch state. The Frisian language, one of the oldest in Europe, is not officially recognized at the same level as Dutch, and some feel that local governance could better serve the people if it were more autonomous. Additionally, the desire for self-governance stems from a long history of regional pride. Friesland was once a powerful region in medieval Europe, known as the Free Frisians, for their resistance to external rule. In fact, Friesland has a proud history of recognizing and supporting the quest for independence. Did you know that Friesland was the first foreign entity to recognize the independence of the United States in 1782? This historical act demonstrates the region's long-standing values of freedom and self-determination. But Friesland's connections don't end at the Dutch border. Across the border in Germany lie East Friesland, Ostfriesland, and North Friesland, Nordfriesland, regions that share the same cultural and linguistic roots. These areas in Germany, while culturally similar, have their own regional identities and some degree of autonomy within the German federal system. These connections could serve as a model for Friesland in the Netherlands, or even foster a broader sense of Frisian unity across national borders. Some have suggested that closer ties with these German Frisian regions could strengthen Friesland's case for greater autonomy or independence, creating a Frisian cultural and economic zone that transcends modern national borders. Chapter 4. Step-by-step path to independence. So what would it take for Friesland to gain independence? The road to independence is complex and requires several strategic steps. Let's break down what Friesland would need to do, step by step. Step 1. Build strong regional identity and unity. The first step is to strengthen regional identity. This involves promoting Frisian language and culture more vigorously, ensuring that the Frisian people feel a strong sense of unity and pride in their heritage. Cultural programs, education in Frisian, and local media that highlights Frisian achievements are crucial in this phase. Step 2. Increase regional autonomy. Next, Friesland would need to push for greater autonomy within the Netherlands. This could involve negotiating more control over local governance, education, and economic policy. By proving that it can effectively manage its own affairs, Friesland can make a stronger case for eventual independence. Step 3. Conduct a referendum on independence. A critical step is to hold a referendum where the people of Friesland can vote on whether to pursue independence. For this to happen, there needs to be widespread public support and a clear, legally recognized process agreed upon with the Dutch government. The referendum would need to demonstrate that a significant majority of Frisians are in favor of breaking away. Step 4. Negotiate with the Dutch government. Assuming a successful referendum, the next step would be to negotiate the terms of independence with the Dutch government. This would include discussions on issues like debt division, military arrangements, and the rights of citizens. A peaceful, negotiated separation would be essential to gaining international recognition. Step 5. Seek international recognition. Friesland would then need to seek recognition from the international community. This would involve applying for membership in international organizations like the European Union and the United Nations. International recognition is crucial for establishing Friesland as a legitimate sovereign state on the global stage. Step 6. Establish a stable economic model. To sustain itself as an independent nation, Friesland would need to establish a stable and sustainable economic model. This could involve developing key industries like agriculture, cultural tourism, and renewable energy, while also ensuring that the new state has a solid financial base. Step 7. Strengthen regional alliances. Finally, Friesland should strengthen its regional alliances, particularly with East and North Friesland in Germany. Chapter 5. The Dutch government is unlikely to let go of Friesland easily, given its economic contributions and historical significance. Moreover, independence movements can be divisive. We could see Friesland become one of Europe's newest nations in the future. And if Friesland were to strengthen its ties with East and North Friesland in Germany, this could create a unique, transnational Frisian identity. Could Friesland thrive as an independent nation? Let us know in the comments below. Independence is a powerful idea, rooted in history, culture, and a desire for self-determination. Whether Friesland will achieve it remains to be seen. But one thing is clear. The Frisian spirit is alive and well, ready to chart its own course. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into fascinating topics.